Hello everyone, nubkeks here. Welcome back to Nubraids. Today we've got a couple of big announcements for events that are coming up over the next few days. And also, in a way, it's also an announcement for a non-announcement, right? The fact that they have not announced a couple of things is in of itself actually quite intriguing. So yeah, let's dive in. I guess the first thing, let's look at something that's actually in game already. You might have seen this already. The Winter's Path event. My speaker stopped working, so now I've got headphones, but the cable's really short. It keeps catching me. So this is on. It has Yuletide snow points in it, which is a bummer. This is something you might have to do for the tournament. Okay rewards in there. I mean, look, Legendary Tome, Void Shard, Sacred Shard, but it might be fairly tough. What do you have to do this? We'll break this down for you tomorrow as well when I will be doing it. Leveling up champions, so champion training, summoning souls from soul stones, which is soul chase or rush, not sure which, and getting artifacts, so dungeon divers. That makes it fairly tough, honestly. Like, they often put a lot of weight onto shard pulling or soul pulling and things like that. Artifact enhancement can be pretty strong. We'll see. I mean, one assumes that leveling up champions is going to be the big thing. So this could be a big champion training thing. I don't think it says how many soul snow points are in here. Yeah, I don't think it's said. But look, you're going to need those snow points if you're going for the Torment. I mean, it's basically turned out to be a pretty hard fusion for Torment. It's like it's a fusion by another name, basically, for Torment, is what it's ended up being. And that brings us to our stuff today. So, non-announcements. First, I can announce things that they have not announced. So, the new content has not been announced, though they have shown a little teaser. Hang on, let me get that. Okay, so we'll check this out over on their Twitter page. They posted this yesterday. Mute that as well. You can see it, a little teaser for the new boss, Amius or whatever. I think, again, a bit of an announcement of a non-announcement in a sense. It does look suspiciously to me like this guy is going to show up any second now. There he is. Probably is the only new boss. I think of the new content of the Cursed City. They've been teasing us about old bosses returning. They've shown us this guy. They haven't shown us anything else. And I feel like they might have teased other stuff if there was other stuff. So I kind of feel like we're only gonna get the one proper new boss from the new content. To me, that's certainly a little disappointing. For sure, I would have preferred, one new boss for each district. But we'll see. Hopefully, he's good. I mean, I think he needs to be really good, right? Like, if this boss sucks, yeah, that's pretty brutal. So I hope he's good. I am intrigued by seeing old bosses and pairs of old bosses together. I'm okay with that. That doesn't bother me. But yeah, I thought that was interesting. So he looks kind of cool. Lots of candles and stuff. Like, looks fine. Honestly, I wasn't mega blown away. I thought he looked cool. He definitely has the red stuff going on, like sort of primal shard, mythical champion vibes. So I am intrigued to see what's going to happen there. But yeah, I don't know. Honestly, like a little bit underwhelmed by it, but we'll see. I've been very positive about the other Cursed City of Centrano stuff they've shown us so far. So yeah, we'll see. We also have no announcement of a new fusion and no fusion warm-up event. So that is clearly not coming this week. I kind of thought at the start of the week, I was kind of thinking it might start on Thursday after Clan versus Clan. Looks like it's probably going to be next week. So we might still hear about the fusion later on this week. I'm not sure. Or maybe we hear about it on Monday and it starts next Thursday. I don't know. But I think it's looking fairly likely that next Thursday, not tomorrow, but the week after, it's probably when we get new fusion for Christmas and probably the new content as well. I think it looks likely that they're all coming together. Very likely. Also, I'm kind of surprised there's been no new login champion for December as well. That might come too. So we shall see. Now, the big announcements, stuff we do have going on is that this weekend we are going to have a 2x for Ancient Shards. So 2x for Ancient Shards this weekend. And I do think there's a fairly decent chance that this is going to be part of the Torment pseudo fusion as well. At the same time as the 2x Ancient Shards, we are going to have a 10x for Elva Autumn Bloom, which is, she's a great champ, or Autumn Born, sorry, not Autumn Bloom. Knew that sounded weird. Autumn Born. Elva is really, really good. So 10x for Elva, overlapping 2x Ancients. I think for a lot of players who, that's the time they're pulling their 2x Ancients anyway, this is fantastic. It's really strong. I'd actually be kind of okay if this is like the pattern going forwards, like giving us the progressive chance event as standalone. Like, so you've got your 15x choose your champion thingy. That would be cool. And having 10x be more overlapping the 2x. Like, I'm kind of okay with that, actually. I think standalone 10x events are certainly underwhelming now that we've got 15x in there. But the 10x for Elva, look, from the ancient chart, like, what is it going to work out? Roughly 5%, roughly a 1 in 20 chance to get Elva if you get a legendary. Look, it's not amazing, right? For you individually, that's not amazing. But for you collectively, for all the people watching, right? That means like if everyone watching got a legendary, about 1 in 20 of you would be getting Elva from the 2x Ancients. So that's pretty okay. Elva is really, really strong, right? Full cleanse with block debuffs, increased speed on a 3-turn cooldown, single target revive, and then pumping out continuous heals on her A1. And her passive is really good as well. Healing everyone at the start of every turn does a lot of healing. And the perfect veil on the ally with the lowest HP at the end of her turn is very strong as well because she's got good base speed. You typically choose a support champ. You run her fast and tanky, and she is churning that stuff out. Speed in all battles aura. Very good chance this champion is going to be very good for City of Sintranos. I would think. Like, she's probably one of the best cleansers in the game, one of the best revivers and healer in the game. Like, she just does a lot. She does a lot. So I think that she has a very strong chance to be very useful for people progressing through this new content. So yeah, I use her in Ice Golem hard as well. Very strong there. I can use her to duo Dragon hard as well. I don't do that though. I use a full team, so it does it faster, you know. But she's really, really good for Ice Golem hard. And I actually use her for some of my Doom Tower hard teams and wave clearing teams as well. So Elva is very good. So there you go. They are the events which are happening and events which are not happening. I do apologize as well, speaking of not happening, that I missed the CVC stream yesterday. I was just really sick yesterday, so I just was not up for streaming or even recording a video. Much better today, back on track. So yeah, hopefully it will stay that way. CVC is going fine for me. I did book up a few champions. Let me actually tell you who I've booked up in preparation for the new content, so we can cover that. So I just have most of champions booked now. I did book Robar. He's not for the new content, but that's just for Orc Faction Crypt because he's got the AoE decreased defense. So I did book up Robar for fun. Who else did I book up? Let me see. We've pulled and booked Volcanen. I have not built him yet. We'll probably do an entire video on Volcanen. I was planning to do that on the stream. We do have Supreme Kale booked. I think there's a very good chance that he could be strong for City of Sintranos. I haven't done Gurgo, but I thought he could potentially be okay. Sort of a crowd control damage dealer. I didn't book him though. He didn't quite convince me. I did actually book up King Galkabar. I use him for Faction Wars. I think he could be very good, right? AoE buff strip turns buffs into poisons, and can even put block buffs for a turn. And then AoE cleanse with continuous heal for every debuff cleanse and a shield. So he's got a lot going on. He's not really been that relevant anywhere since he came out apart from Faction Crypt. But City of Sintranos could be where he shines, keeping your team alive and also stripping the enemy and poisons and stuff like that. So he could be actually really good. I got him ready. And Ugir. I got my Ugir pulled and booked as well, though again have not built him quite yet. So those are the ones that I was looking at as some champions that I owned but had not yet booked, that I thought, hey, they could actually be kind of decent here. I mean, we'll find out. I'm certainly very intrigued by this new content and what's going to be good, but wanted to be a little bit prepared. Yeah, I'll probably be pulling some ancient charts this weekend myself, most likely because it's going for Torment and you can only skip so many things. I'll certainly be back tomorrow to break down this Winter's Path, and I'll probably be pulling my own soul stones there. But yeah, just watch out. I think it could be fairly rough. Like I said, I think you've got about a week until the fusion begins, but still, it's a lot of champion training. So yeah, pace yourselves. Guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you all later. Bye.